we shall make him.
But why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be the quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room, unbound. My lady is already in the belief that he's mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance till our very pastime, tired out of breath. Prompt us to have mercy on him, at which time we'll bring the device to the bar and crown thee for a finder of madmen. But see.
Oh, more matter for a May morning. Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is't so saucy.
Is't so saucy? Aye, is't. I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow. Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
Oh, good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief.
Oh, very brief, and to exceeding good sense. This.
I will waylay thee going home, where, if it be thy chance to kill me,
Oh, good.
thou kill'st me like a rogue and a villain.
Oh, still you keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, that my hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy friend as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Eaglecheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll gift him.
You may have very fit occasion for it, for he is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout before him at the corner of the orchard like a bum bailey. So soon as ever thou seest him, draw. And as thou drawest, swear horrible, for it comes to pass oft that a terrible oath with a swaggering accent, sharply twanged off, gives manhood more approbation than ever proof itself would have earned him. Away.
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now will not I deliver his letter. For the behaviour of the youth proves himself to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will show that it comes from a clodpole.
Breed no terror.
There will breed no terror in the youth. And
He will find it comes.
ye will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I will deliver his message as challenge by word of mouth. Set upon Eaglecheek a notable report of valour, and drive the young gentleman into a most horrid opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so frighten them both that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Oh, here he comes with your niece. Give them leave till he take the way, and then presently after him.
I have said too much.
I will meditate the while.
I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honour too unchariot. There's something in me which reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is, but that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behaviour that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me. Refuse it not. It hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What may you ask of me that I'll deny? That honour saved me upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with mine honour may
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir.
That defence thou hast betaken thee to it. Of what injuries, of what knowledge, of what nature the wrongs thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, bloody as the hunter, full of despite, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy tuck, the air in thy preparation, for thy opposite hath in him what youth, strength,
Assailant is quick, skillful.
Oh, thy assailant, yes, is quick, yes, deadly and deadly. Yes.
You mistake, sir, I am sure. No man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very clear and free from any image of offence done to any man.
You will think otherwise, I assure you. For, yes.
Therefore, if you hold
your life at any price, betake you to your guard, for your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is a knight, dubbed with unhatched rapier and on carpet consideration, but he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3. But his incensement at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre. Hobnob is his word! Gift or take.
I will return again unto the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men who put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valour. Belike this is a man of that quirk.
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself from a very computed injury. Therefore get you on and give him his desire. Back you shall not to the house, unless you undertake that with me, which with as much safety as you might answer him. Therefore on! Or strip your sword stark naked, for meddle you must, that's certain, or forswear to where I am about you.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offence to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Senior Fabian, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
Pray you, sir, know you of this matter?
Well, I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
Do nothing of that wonderful promise as you are like to read in this form, as you are like to find him in the proof of his valour. He is, indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite that you could possibly find in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him, if I can.
I will be much bound to you for it. I am one who would rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
My man, he is a very devil. I have not seen such a virago. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard and all. He gives me the stucking with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And on the answer he pings you as surely as your feet hits the ground they step on. They say he's been fencer to the Sophie.
Pox on! I'll not meddle with him.
Aye, but he will not.
But he will not now be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on't, and I thought he had been valiant and so cunning in fence. I'd have seen him damned ere I'd have challenged him. Let him let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, Great Capulet.
Stand here. I'll make the motion. You stand here. This will end without the perdition of souls. Marry, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse. Take up the quarrel. I have persuaded him. The youth's a devil.
And
He is as horribly...
And he is as horribly conceited of him, and pants, and looks pale, as if a bear wet his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight you for those sake. Marry Edward before him on this quarrel, and he finds that now scarce to be worth talking of. Therefore, draw for the supportance of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray
thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew! The gentleman will, for his honour's sake, have one bout with you. He cannot buy the duello. Avoid it. But he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on. To it.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword. If this young gentleman have done offence, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, then I for him defy you.
You, sir? Why? What are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Oh, nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Go, good Sir Toby, hold! Here come the officers!
I'll be with you anon.
This is the man. Pray, sir, put up your sword.
Pray, sir, put up your sword, if you will, if you please.
Marry will I, sir?
Marry will I, sir, and for that I promised you I'll be as good as my word. Well, he will bear you easily and reigns well.
This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. But now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know his favour well.
I must obey.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I must answer it. What will you do? Now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse. It grieves me much more for what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come away, sir.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have showed me here, and part being prompted by your present trouble out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. I'll make division of my present with you. Hold, here's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? It's possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion.
Do not tempt.
Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me upbraid you with those kindnesses that I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any taint of vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, sir, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little! This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and did that add to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
Oh, what's that to us? Come away, sir.
But, oh, how vile and idle proves this God. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good features shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue is beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks all flourished by the devil.
The man grows mad. Take him away. Come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly, that he believes himself, so do not I. Prove true imagination, oh, prove true, that I, dear brother, be now ta'en for you.
Come hither, knight. Come hither, Fabian. We'll whisper o'er a couplet or two of most sage songs.
He named Sebastian, I my brother know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favour was my brother. And he went, still in this colour, fashion, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove tempests are kind, and salt waves fresh in love.
Oh, a very dishonest poultry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty shows itself in leaving his friend here in necessity and denying him. And as for his cowardship, we'll ask Fabian.
A coward. A most devout coward. Religious in it.
Slit I'll after him again and beat him.
Do! Cuff him soundly, but never draw thy sword.
And I do not.
Come, let's see.
Come, let's see the events.
I dare lay any money. It will be nothing yet.
Will you make me believe I'm not sent for you?
Go to! Go to! Thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Oh, well held out, if faith. No, I do not know you, nor am I not sent to you by my mistress to bid you come speak with her, nor is your name not Master Cesario, nor this is not my news, neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou know'st not me.
Vent my folly? I've heard that word of some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly? I'm afraid this great lover of the world will prove a cockney. I prithee, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. Here's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money get themselves a good report. After 14 years' payment.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Why? There's for thee. And there. And there. Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir, or I'll throw your dagger o'er the house.
This will I tell my lady.
This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for 2 pence.
How much, sir? Hold!
Oh!
Nay, let him alone.
Nay, let him alone, for I will have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria. Though I stroke him first, yet it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand!
Come, sir, I will not let you go. Come on, my young soldier. You are well fleshed. Will you put up your iron?
I will be free from thee! What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw thy sword!
What? What? Nay then. I must have an answer too. Of this man I've heard blood from you.
Oh, Bradley! On the left, I charge thee home!
Madam.
Will it be ever thus, ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where manners ne'er were preached, out of my sight? Be not afraid, offended, dear Cesario. Wounds be made gone! I pray thee, gentle friend, but let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Now go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath watched up, that thou thereby mayst smile at this. I shall not choose but go. Do not deny, beshrew his soul for me. He started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense in lethe sleep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come. I prithee, wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Madam, oh, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
I prithee, put on this gown and this beard. Make him believe thou art Sir Topaz the curate. Do it quickly. I'll call Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on. And I will dissemble myself in't. I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a gown. I am not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good scholar, but to be said an honest man and a good housekeeper goes as fairly as to say a careful man and a great scholar. The competitors enter.
Joe, bless thee, Master Parson.
Bonus Dias, Sir Toby. For as the old hermit of Prague that never saw a pen and ink very wittily said to a niece of King Gorbadak, that is, is. So I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson, for what is that but that, and is but is?
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho, I say! Peace in this prison!
The knave counterfeits well. A good knave.
Who calls there? Sir Topaz, the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio, the lunatic.
Sir Topaz! Sir Topaz! Good, Sir Topaz, go to my lady.
Hyperbolical fiend! How vexest thou this man? Talkst thou nothing but of ladies?
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz, there never was man thus wronged. Good Sir Topaz, do not think I'm mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Aye, thou dishonest Satan!
I call thee.
I call thee by the most modest terms, for I am one of those gentle ones that will use the devil himself with courtesy. Sayest thou that house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz!
Right, it hath bay windows transparent as barricadoes, and the clear stars towards the south-north are lustrous as ebony, and yet complainest thou of obstruction?
I am not mad, Sir Topaz. I say to you, this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
And I say this house is dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there was never man thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our grandam might happily inhabit a bird.
And what thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well. Remainst thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras, and I will allow of thy wits and fear to kill a woodcock, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam.
Sir Topaz?
Fare thee well.
Sir Topaz!
Oh, my most exquisite Sir Topaz.
Nay, I am for all waters.
Thou mightst have done this without thy beard and gown. He sees thee not.
To him in thine own voice, and bring me word how thou find'st him. I would we were well rid of this knavery. If he may be conveniently delivered, I would he were, for I am so far in offence with my niece that I cannot pursue with safety this sport the upshot. Come, by and by, to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how my lady does. Fool! My lady is unkind for thee. Fool! Alas, why is she so?
Fool, I say!
She loves another. Who calls her?
Good fool! As thou wilt ever do well in my hand, help me to a candle, pen, ink, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
Alas, sir, how fell you beside your 5 wits?
Fool, There never was man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
Oh, but as well, then you are mad indeed, sir, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have here propertied me, keep me in darkness, sent ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise you what you say.
Advise you what you say. The minister is here. Malvolio!
Sir Topaz!
Malvolio! Thy wits the heavens redore, ensever thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble-babble.
Sir Topaz!
Maintain no words with him, fellow. I, sir? Not I, sir.
God buy you, good Sir Topaz.
Marry? Amen. I will, sir, I will.
Fool! Fool! Fool, I say!
Alas, sir, be patient. What is it, sir, I am sent for speaking to you?
Good fool, help me to some light and some paper. I tell thee I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, sir.
By this hand I am. Some ink, paper, and light, and convey what I shall set down to my lady. It will advantage thee more than ever bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Why, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you paper and light and ink.
Fool, I will requite it in the highest degree. I prithee be gone.
I am gone, sir. And anon, sir, I'll be with you again in a trice. And to the old vice your needs to sustain. Who with dagger of laugh, in his rage and his wrath, cries a "Haw!" to the devil. Like a mad lad, pare thy nails, dad. Adieu, good man, devil.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant, yet there he was. And there I found this credit, that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense, that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust, but that I am mad. Or else the lady's mad. But if 'twas so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs and their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing, as I perceive she does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Fear not this haste of mine, if you mean well. And now come with me, and with this holy man, into the chantry by, and there before him, and under that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of thy faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it. Whilst you are willing, it shall come to note what time we will our celebration keep, according to my birth. Now, what say you?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
And lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see his letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything!
do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog, and in recompense desire my dog again.
On you to the Lady Olivia, friends.
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
I know thee well. How doest thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir.
Truly, sir,
The better for my foes.
the better for my foes, and the worse for my enemies, for my friends.
Well, just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me. Now, my foes tell me plainly I am an ass, so that by my friends, my foes, sir, I profit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends, I am abused, so that conclusions to be as kisses if your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then, the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, sir, no. But though it please you to be one of my friends,
Thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
but that it were double dealing, sir, I would you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel.
Oh, put your grace in your pocket, sir, for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
Well, I will be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo secundo tertio is a good play. And the old saying is the third pays for all. The triplex, sir, is a good tripping measure, and the bells of St. Bennet, sir, may put you in mind. 1, 2, 3.
You can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you will let your lady know I'm here to speak with her, bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. But I would not have you to think that my desire of having is the sin of covetousness. But as you say, let your bounty rest a while, I will await it anon.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
That face of his, I do remember well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bawbling vessel was he captain of, for shallow draught and bulk unprizable, with which such scatheful grapple he did make with the most noble bottom of our fleet, that very envy and the tongue of loss cried fame and honour on him. What's the matter?
Orsino! This is the Antonio that took the Phoenix and her fraught from Candy, and this is he that did the Tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here, in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private brabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but at the end did put strange speech upon me. I know not what 'twas, but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou salt water thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess, on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy, a witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy, there by your side from the rude seas and rage and foamy mouth did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was, his life I gave him, and did thereto add my love without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love.
Into the danger.
Into the danger of this adverse town. Drew to defend him when he was beset, where being apprehended, his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wink, and denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. More of that anon. Take him aside.
he may not have, or in Olivia may seem serviceable. Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
Do you say Cesario?
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant.
What to perverseness, you uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings have breathed out that ere devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it best please my lord that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savours nobly. But hear me this. Since you, to non-regardance, cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favour, live you, the marble-breasted tyrant, still. But this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits, crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most Jockers act and willingly to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all mores than e'er I shall love wife. If I do fain, you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
Ay, me detested! How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father!
Come, away!
Whither, my lord?
Whither, my lord? Cesario! Husband, stay!
Husband?
No, my lord! Can he that deny?
Husband, Sirrah?
No, my lord, sorry. Aye!
Alas, it is the baseness.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up, and be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as that thou fearest. Oh, welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness, what occasion now reveals before 'tis ripe. What thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
Contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by interchangement of rings, and all the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function by my testament, since when my watch hath told me towards my grave I have travailed but 2 hours.
Thou dissembling cub! What wilt thou be when time has sown a grizzle on thy case, or will not else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet, where thou and I henceforth may never meet!
My lord, I don't protest!
Oh, do not swear.
Do not swear! Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
For the love of God, a surgeon!
What's the
Send one
matter?
presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
Has broke my head across, and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. Oh, for the love of God, your help! As rather than £40 I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. Oh, we took him for a coward, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario.
Odds lifelings, here he is. You broke my head for nothing, sir, and that that I did. I was set on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you've said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. But here comes Sir Toby, halting. You shall hear more. But if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
Oh, now, gentlemen, how is't with you?
That's all one. Has had the resident on it. Sut, did see Dick Surgeon, Sut?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby, an hour agone. His eyes were set at 8 in the morning.
Then he's a rogue, and a party measures padded. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him! Who has made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help? An ass head, and a coxcomb, and a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gun.
Oh, get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to. What?
I am sorry, madam, I have heard from kinsmen, but had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I perceive it hath offended you. Oh, pardon me, sweet one. Even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons, a natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio!
Sebastian,
how have the hours racked and tortured me since I have lost thee?
Sebastian, are you?
Fear'st thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division?
How have you made division of yourself and Applecleft? And two is not much wind than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful. Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a sister, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman, what name, what parentage?
Of Messalene, Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too, so went he suited to his watery tomb. If spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did come participate. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should my tears let fall upon your cheek and say thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that day that Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul! He finished indeed his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years. Oh!
If nothing less.
Nothing less to make us happy both. But this, my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me. Did each circumstance of place, time, fortune to cohere and jump that I am Viola. Which to confirm, I'll bring thee to a captain in this town where lie my maiden weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this gentle, noble count. All the occurrence of my fortune since have been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady. You have been mistook. But nature to her bias drew in that. You would have been contracted to a maid. Nor are you therein, by my life, deceived. You are betrothed both to maid and man.
Be not amazed. Right noble is his blood. If this be true, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy rack. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep us true in soul as doth that orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that would first bring me on shore hath my maid's garments. He upon some action is now in durance at Malvolio's suit, a follower and gentleman of my lady's.
He shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. Huh?
And yet,
alas, now I remembered me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. A most extracting frenzy of mine own from my remembrance clearly banished his. How does he, Sarah?
Truly, madam, he's,
Holds Beelzebub.
holds Beelzebub at the stave's end as well as any man. Has here written a letter to you. I should have given to you today morning. But as a madman's epistles are no gospels, so then it skills not so much when they are delivered.
Open and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman.
By the Lord, madam!
You know, art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
Prithee, read it in the right wit.
Well, so I do, Madonna. But to read his right wit is to read thus. Therefore, perpend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it you, Sarah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have brought me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do myself much right or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
This savours not much of distraction.
See him delivered, Fabian. Go call him hither. My lord, so please you, these things further thought on, to think me as well a sister as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on't, so please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
Sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
Aye, it's the same. Now, Malvolio.
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you peruse that letter. Write from it, if you can. Hand, or phrase, or say it is not your seal nor your invention. You can say none of this. Well, grant it then. And tell me in the modesty of honor why you have given me such clear lights of favor. Bade me to come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings, to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people, and acting all this in an obedient hope. Why you have suffered to imprison me, keep me in a dark place, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er invention played on. Tell me why!
Alas, this is not my writing. Though I confess much like the character, but out of question 'tis Maria's hand. And now I am remembered it was she first told me thou wast mad, well then camest in smiling, and in such forms as here were presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee. But when we know the grounds and authors on't, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, here we speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at, in hope it shall not. Most freely I confess myself and Toby had set this device against Malvolio here upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Maria writ the letter, at Sir Toby's great importance in recompense whereof he hath married her. How with a gentle sportful malice this was followed may rather pluck at laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be justly weighed that have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool! How have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them.
I was one, sir.
I was one, sir, in this interlude. One, Sir Topaz, sir, but that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember, madam? Madam, why laugh you at such a barren rascal, and you smile not? He's gagged. And thus, the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged! The whole pack of you?
He has been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him, and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known, and golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When that I was and a little tiny boy, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it raineth every day. And when I came to man's estate with hey-ho, the wind and the rain,
against knaves and thieves.
Against knaves and thieves men cut their gate, for the rain it raineth every day. And when I came, alas, to wive with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, for the rain it raineth every day. And when I came unto my beds, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain, with toss but still our drunken heads, for the rain it raineth every day. A great while ago, the world begun. Hey-ho, the wind and the rain, but that's all one. Our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day.
Of good or ill, some must dance. Come the best. All gods and fancies do digest. For idleness is chief mistress of vice is all. Then who can say the birth and play is theirs of all?
We would like to thank Original Shakespeare Company on the behalf of the Higher Committee of Jarash Festival, and with us is Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Higher Committee, Mrs. Layla Sharaf. And actually this troupe had added a new page to our souvenir book. Last year also they were with us. Thank you very much, and we hope that we keep coming to Jarash Festival. Thank you.